What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, February 16th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift, Muse, Alabama Shakes, and Mark Ronson nabbed honors on Monday at the 58th Annual Grammy Awards that were held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Taylor Swift's 1989 won Album of the Year, while Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars won Record of the Year. Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud won Song of the Year. Meghan Trainor won Best New Artist. Hamilton won Best Musical Theater Album. Alabama Shakes Don't Want to Fight won Best Rock Performance. Muse's Drones won Best Rock Album. Alabama Shakes Don't Want to Fight won Best Rock Song. Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar's Bad Blood won Best Music Video. Best Pop Solo Performance went to Ed Sheeran for Thinking Out Loud. Best Pop Duo Group Performance went to Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars for Uptown Funk. Taylor Swift's 1989 also won Best Pop Vocal Album. Tony Bennett and Bill Charpland shared an award for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album for their album The Silver Lining, the songs of Jerome Kern. Kendrick Lamar won Best Rap Album for his album To Pimp a Butterfly, and he also won for Best Rap Performance for the track All Right, and All Right was named Best Rap Song. Also, Kendrick Lamar won Best Rap Song Collaboration for These Walls featuring Bilal, Anna Weiss, and Thundercat. Producer of the Year went to Jeff Bashker. Alabama Shakes Sound and Color won Best Alternative Music Album. Skillrex and Diplo with Justin Bieber, they won Best Dance Recording for Where Are You Now, and they also won for Best Dance Electronic Album for their album Skillrex and Diplo Present Jack U. Best Urban Contemporary Album went to The Weeknd for Beauty Behind the Madness. D'Angelo and the Vanguard won Best R&B Album for Black Messiah. D'Angelo and Kendra Foster won Best R&B Song for Really Love. Best R&B Performance went to The Weeknd for Earn It from the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack. Chris Stapleton's Traveler won Best Country Album, while Little Big Town's Girl Crush won Best Country Album. They also won Best Country Duo Performance for Girl Crush, and Chris Stapleton won Best Country Solo Performance for Traveler. Taylor Swift dissed Kanye West without naming the rapper in her acceptance speech for Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards. Swift said upon receiving her third trophy of the night, as the first woman to win Album of the Year at the Grammys twice, I want to say to all the young women out there, there are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame. But if you just focus on the work and you don't let those people sidetrack you, someday when you get where you are going, you will look around and you will know that it was you and the people who love you who put you there, and that will be the greatest feeling in the world. Thank you for the moment. The pointed statement was not lost on fans on social media who immediately decided Swift was addressing her words directly at West. He recently mentioned the singer in his song on his new album. The rapper says on Life of Pablo track Famous, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? Because I made that bitch famous. West said Friday that the slur was actually meant as an endearing term and that Swift gave her blessings, but Swift's representative denies that. Rapper Kendrick Lamar brought the roof down at the Grammy Awards with a powerful performance invoking decades of musical and American history, shortly after dedicating his first trophy of the night to the rappers who came before him. Dressed in the Prism uniform with the black eye, surrounded by flames and dancers in a traditional African garb, Lamar condensed blues, jazz, and hip-hop into one of the most political and explosive moments of the night. Lamar did a melody of The Blacker the Berry and All Right, and concluded his set silhouetted against a lit-up display of the continent of Africa with the words Compton written across it. The Compton native received the key to his hometown Saturday. Needless to say, the performance set social media ablaze. One fan on Twitter wrote about his performance, Kendrick was spitting fire. I felt my soul ascended into heaven during his performance. A famous fan, actress Deborah Messing, wrote, after Kendrick, everyone should just go home. For the first time ever, the Grammys live streamed a performance from a Broadway stage, and Twitter collectively lost its mind. Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton has been a phenomenon since its debut, but tonight it was introduced to thousands, if not millions, of potential new fans in the grandest way. One Twitter user wrote, landing tickets to Hamilton just got even more difficult, referencing to the regularly sold-out show at the Richard Rodgers Theater, where orchestra tickets routinely go for over $400 at face value. Another Twitter user wrote, at Hamilton Musical did not throw away its shots on hashtag Grammys tonight. Next stop, hashtag Tonys. Shortly after the performance, the musical won Best Musical Theater Album, prompting Miranda to give a rap-style acceptance speech, no doubt earning even more fans. Some of the most beloved performers of the Grammys weren't even there on Monday night. Among the many remembrances of the recently deceased music legends at the 58th Annual Grammy Awards were heartfelt tributes to Glenn Frey, the founding member of the hugely successful rock band The Eagles, B.B. King, and David Bowie, the musician and actor whose sense of style and invention transformed rock music. Jackson Browne, the honored singer-songwriter and longtime friend of The Eagles, led the group's remaining members in a spirited rendition of Take It Easy, a song co-written by Browne and Frey and taken from the band's 1972 album. Frey died January 18th at the age of 67. In other nods to absent friends, Gary Clark Jr., Bonnie Raitt, and Chris Stapleton, who won a Grammy for Best Country Album earlier in the evening, performed their Thrill Is Gone, a heartfelt tribute to B.B. King, the blues guitar legend who died last May. And in an incendiary salute to Lemmy Kilmister, the lead bass guitarist and guiding spirit of Motorhead, Alice Cooper, Duff McKagan, Matt Sorum, and Johnny Depp performed Ace of Spades in its all pyrotechnic glory after being introduced by Dave Grohl. Grohl said of Kilmister, who died on December 28th of last year, I was proud to call him my friend. Lemmy and Motorhead left their mark on me a long time ago. But it was Lady Gaga who delivered a show-stopping tribute to music legend David Bowie. The performance began with the image of Gaga's face with a variation of Bowie's iconic Aladdin Sane makeup projected onto her visage. The projection morphed into a spider crawling on the Born This Way singer's eye, a nod to Bowie's Ziggy Stardust era band, The Spiders from Mars, as Gaga began to belt out Bowie's Space Oddity. From there, Gaga toured through a melody of abbreviated versions of Bowie's hits. Decked out in a bejeweled pantsuit and sporting a shocking orange kafur, Gaga belted out a career-spanning collection of hits including Suffragette City, Rebel Rebel, Fashion, and Let's Dance, among others. Bowie died January 10th after a battle with cancer, 2 days after releasing his final album, Black Star. Disney's Alice Through the Looking Glass had a very important date on Monday as the latest trailer for the upcoming magical movie premiered during the Grammys on CBS. Before Johnny Depp appeared on stage with his supergroup, the Hollywood Vampires, the colorful actor was seen in costume and garnish and makeup, reprising his role as the Mad Hatter. Reuniting Lewis Carroll's beloved characters from the classic novels and the 2010 film Alice in Wonderland, the latest spectacular featured Grammy winner Pink's cover of the iconic Jefferson Airplane song White Rabbit. The pop star will also write and record an original song for the fantasy film, which features four-time Academy Award nominee Danny Elfman's score. In the new film, after spending 5 years following in her father's footsteps and sailing the seas, Alice Kingsley, played by Mia Wasikowska, returns to London only to wind up back in the whimsical world of the Underland. She reunites with the White Rabbit, voiced by Michael Sheen, Absalom, voiced by the late Alan Rickman, and the Cheshire Cat, voiced by Stephen Fry, as well as the Mad Hatter, who has lost his muchness. Miranda, played by Anne Hathaway, sends Alice on a journey to borrow the chronosphere, a metallic globe inside the chamber of the Grand Clock. Alice meets old friends and foes as she travels back in time and also encounters new people like Selznick Hightop, played by Rains Infants, the Mad Hatter's father, and even Time himself, played by Sacha Baron Cohen. Helena Bonham Carter, Matt Lucas, Timothy Spall also returned to the franchise, which is directed by James Bobbin and written by Linda Wolverton and produced by Tim Burton. Alice Through the Looking Glass is set to be released by Walt Disney Pictures on May 27th. Ghostbuster fans can expect the first trailer for the female lead reboot in March. The film released a 30-second teaser announcing the first trailer will debut March 3rd. The preview sees police and soldiers rush to the standoff in the streets of New York, possibly against a paranormal threat. Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon will star in the forthcoming reboot, which opens in theaters July 15th. Bridesmaids Helmer Paul Feig directed the movie, which co-stars Charles Dance, Andy Garcia, and Chris Hemsworth. The original Ghostbusters opened in 1984 and inspired the 1989 sequel Ghostbusters 2. The movie starred Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson, and earned a combined $510.6 million at the box office. Wiig told the Los Angeles Times in October, the fact that there was so much controversy because we were women was surprising to me. It didn't make me mad. It was just really bummed me out. We really honored we are really honoring those films. Murray, Aykroyd, Hudson, and fellow original stars Sigourney Weaver and Annie Potts will have cameos in the reboot. Murray, who made headlines over the weekend for throwing fans' phones off a rooftop, explained his decision to appear in the reboot in a September interview. In a related story, Bill Murray reportedly throttled a group of photo-seeking fans by throwing their cell phones off a rooftop Thursday. The 65-year-old actor competed in the Pebble Beach Pro-Am golf tournament over the weekend and was at the Vesuvio Cafe in nearby Carmel, California, where the alleged incident took place. Vesuvio owner Scott Pepe told TMZ Murray tossed fans' phones off the restaurant's second-story rooftop after a group started taking the actor's picture using flashes. Murray left by the time police arrived. Murray later admitted to being present and was willing to pay for the damaged property. Carmel Police Commander Paul Tomasi told the Hollywood Reporter 3 people claimed the actor took their phones, throwing 2 off the roof. Tomasi said Mr. Murray was not on the scene when we arrived. However, we contacted a representative for him the following morning. None of the victims want to press charges. They just wanted their phones replaced. This was handled as a civil matter between Mr. Murray and the victims. Murray, who is a Pebble Beach Pro-Am veteran, had some fun by pretending to be a statue at one point in the tournament. Netflix has released the 2.5-minute first part of its trailer for Season 2 of its action drama Marvel's Daredevil. The run of the 13 new episodes will be available on streaming March 18th. The show stars Charlie Cox, Elodie Young, Deborah Ann Woll, Eden Henson, Rosario Dawson, and Scott Glenn. The press release said, while Season 1 of Marvel's Daredevil, which is now streaming, was about Matt Murdock's decision to become a hero and to take on the role of Daredevil, Season 2 revolves around the question, when does right become wrong? The show continues to explore the philosophical conflict at the core of Matt's double lives, now complicated by a vigilante rival, Frank Castle, who take things too far. The trailer released Monday introduced John Bernthal as Castle and his vengeful alter ego, the Punisher. Part 2 of the trailer will be released February 25th. Lionsgate and Summit Entertainment have released the final trailer for the Divergent series Allegiant. The new clip shows Triss, played by Shailene Woodley, and Ford, played by Theo James, taking a stand against David, played by Jeff Daniels, head of the Bureau of Genetic Welfare, who is also in charge of a thriving yet mysterious city outside the walls of Chicago. The film's official synopsis reads, after the earth-shattering revelations of Insurgent, Triss must escape with Ford and go beyond the walls enclosing Chicago. Once outside, all discoveries are quickly rendering meaningless with the revelation of shocking new truths. Triss and Ford must quickly decide who they can trust as a ruthless battle ignites beyond the walls of Chicago, which threatens all of humanity. Directed by Robert Schindlerwick, Allegiant also stars Octavia Spencer, Zoe Kravitz, Miles Teller, Ansel Elgort, Maggie Q, and Naomi Watts, and is due in theaters March 18th. The Revenant was the big winner at the British Academy Film Awards ceremony in London Sunday. The survival tale was named Best Picture and its star Leonardo DiCaprio Best Actor. Alejandro G. Inarritu was named Best Director for helming the movie, which also earned the prize for Best Cinematography. Brooklyn was declared Best British Film, Amy Best Documentary, and Inside Out Best Animated Movie. Brie Larson scored the Best Actress honor for Room. Mark Rylance won Best Supporting Actor for Bridge of Spies, and Kate Winslet went home with the statuette for Best Supporting Actress for Steve Jobs. Spotlight garnered the award for Best Original Screenplay, and The Big Short won the prize for Best Adapted Screenplay. HBO has released a new Game of Thrones Season 6 teaser. The short clip features several of the show's main characters' disembodied heads assembled in the House of Black and White's Hall of Face, including those of dead Stark family members, including Ned, Robb, and Catelyn. The clip also shows the head of Jon Snow, one of the series' main characters, played by British actor Kit Harington, and series' favorite Tyrion Lannister, played by Peter Dinklage. The hall also features the heads of Ciri Lannister, Arya Stark, and Jaime Lannister, along with those of Daenerys Targaryen and Sansa Stark. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, if the death of Jon Snow is legitimate, then Harington can still be returning to the show, but as a disciple of the many-faced god who worked in the Hall of Faces and embodied the deceased to do their bidding. Game of Thrones Season 6 is due back April 24th. Benicio del Toro and Lauren Dern have joined the cast of Star Wars Episode 8, Lucasfilm and Disney announced, without disclosing any details about their roles. Principal photography began on the movie in London Monday. Returns for the film are franchise icons Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher and Anthony Daniels, as well as Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Andy Serkis, Lupita Nyong'o, and Domhnall Gleeson, who starred in the blockbuster 7th installment, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Written and directed by Rian Johnson, as of yet untitled next picture is set for release December 15th, 2017. The official Star Wars website said Rey took her first steps into a larger world in Star Wars The Force Awakens and will continue her epic journey with Finn, Poe, and Luke Skywalker in the next chapter of the continuing Star Wars saga, Star Wars Episode 8. In a continuing celebration of Pokemon's 20th anniversary, Nintendo revealed a new Pokemon that will also appear in the upcoming animated movie. Shows to fans across social media on Valentine's Day. Magearna, new mythical Pokemon, joins the roster of Pocket Monsters as the 722nd Pokemon. The company said in an official statement, known as the artificial Pokemon, Magearna has a metallic body and was created by humans 500 years ago. You'll be able to see Magearna when it appears in the next Pokemon movie, expected to come out later in 2016. Nintendo said of the film's premise, Magearna will make its grand entrance in a new upcoming animated film that will see series protagonist Ash and his trusty Pikachu team up with another mythical Pokemon to rescue Magearna from a corrupt minister. They also said, can Ash and Volcanion work together to rescue Magearna? One of the greatest battles in Pokemon history is about to unfold. The news comes after Nintendo has started its celebration of Pokemon's 20th anniversary that it has included a live-action Pokemon ad aired during the Super Bowl and a new game announced including Detective Pikachu and the re-release of classic Pokemon games Red, Blue, and Yellow for Nintendo 3DS. William Shatner has penned a new book that explores the friendship he shared with his Star Trek co-star Leonard Nimoy. While promoting the memoir Leonard, My 50 Years of Friendship with a Remarkable Man, Shatner has further shared his thoughts on Nimoy and the effect he has had on his life following the actor's death in February 2015. He explained on the Today Show, we had some disagreements to begin with, and in the end, but in between, it was a brotherhood. I loved him. In a separate interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Shatner elaborated on his time spent with Nimoy and how they grew closer after the completion of Star Wars, starring in films together, reprising their roles as Kirk and Spock. He said, the structure changed that dynamic in Star Trek, and in that it was canceled and nobody saw each other. But then slowly the movies began, and then we did 6 movies together, Shatner said. And then there were the personal appearances, and suddenly we were back in each other's worlds on and off for years and years, and that propelled the friendship between Leonard and I. The two had a falling out later in Nimoy's life that led to Shatner being unable to communicate with him during his battle with end-stage chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. As Shatner explained on Today, he was certain their argument would blow over. The 84-year-old said of how things got rocky, I had no idea why. I thought whatever it would blow over, and he'd tell me what it was, and I would try to make amends or find some common ground. But he died before that could happen. He said, I miss him. Leonard, My 50 Years Friendship with the Remarkable Man goes on sale February 16th. Kylie Jenner and boyfriend rapper Tyga took to the skies for Valentine's Day. The 18-year-old reality star and 26-year-old rapper celebrated the holiday by taking a helicopter tour of New York and later shared photos from the trip on social media. Jenner sported a pastel wig for the perfect day and wore a long gold coat with matching pants. She and Tyga were spotted at a dinner before returning to their hotel during their romantic night in the city. Jenner and Tyga were first linked in the fall of 2014 and went public with their relationship at the reality star's 18th birthday party in August. The rapper told Real 92.3 he loves Jenner last week, but said he's not in a rush to marry. He said, nah, no time soon. I mean, we all gotta walk the aisle one day. I think whatever makes you happy in life, you gotta do it. You can't plan in life too much. Jenner denied engagement rumors in December after showing off the enormous diamond ring Tyga got her for Christmas. She previously told Ellen DeGeneres she and the rapper were best friends before they started dating. Jenner's half-brother Robert Kardashian spent Valentine's Day with his girlfriend Blac Chyna, who is Tyga's ex-fiancée. The 27-year-old model shares a 3-year-old son with Tyga and posted a kiss photo with Kardashian on Instagram. British actor and comedian Eddie Izzard announced Monday he will attempt to complete 27 marathons in 27 days across South Africa for Sports Relief 2016. The journey, which will see Izzard trying to run more than 700 miles in temperatures of up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, will be documented by the BBC. The 54-year-old entertainer will begin the challenge February 23rd. His last run is set for March 20th. Izzard said in a statement, "I was inspired to run 27 marathons in 27 days for Sports Relief after seeing the film Invictus." The film featured a poem called Invictus, one of Nelson Mandela's favorite poems during his 27 years in prison. He used to give it to himself determination to keep himself going and keep his spirit alive. It's a beautiful poem about being the master of your own fate and destiny. Watching the film, I suddenly realized I have to run in South Africa. I should run 27 marathons in 27 days as a salute to the great man. It is also a salute to all who struggled and fought against apartheid. So I'm delighted to be doing this for Sports Relief. But of course, 27 marathons in 27 days is nothing compared to what Nelson Mandela did by serving 27 years in prison. He was a great soul and leaves a fantastic legacy for the world. P.S. I tried to do this 4 years ago and failed. This time I will succeed. But if I fail, I will come back again and again and again until I do succeed, because that's what Nelson Mandela would have done. Damien Kavanagh, the controller of BBC Three, added, BBC Three is uniquely placed to cover Eddie's challenge on our new platforms and on social media. Transforming the BBC's offer for young people means we should do whatever we can, wherever we need to, with whoever works best and whenever it's appropriate, to tell amazing stories just like this one. Model and actress Tyra Banks shared the first photo of her newborn son York on social media. Posted on Instagram Sunday on Valentine's Day, the snap features the photogenic supermodel holding baby York close to her chest, wrapped tight around a towel. The American Next Top Model host announced the birth of York via surrogate in January with her boyfriend of 2 years, Eric Asia. Banks captioned the photo, "This is the happiest Valentine's Day of my life. York, Daddy, at Eric Asia, and I send you so much love." Banks also took to Instagram when she announced the birth of York and thanked the woman who carried him through childbirth. She wrote at the time alongside a photo of a baby cap, "The best present we worked and prayed so hard for is finally here. He's got my fingers and big eyes and his daddy Eric's mouth and chin. And we thank the angel of a woman that carried our miracle baby boy for us. We pray for everyone who struggles to reach this joyous milestone. York Banks Asia, welcome to the world." In a separate post, Asia said, "Witnessing the dawn of life is quite possibly life's greatest gift." And a passing to report, Denise Katrina Matthews, the singer and actress known professionally as Vanity, died Monday at a hospital in Fremont, California. She was 57. TMZ reported the former Vanity 6 lead vocalist, who was also a protege of Prince, suffered failing kidney and abdominal illness in recent years after battling an addiction to drugs in the 1990s. Her film credits include The Last Dragon and Action Jackson. She was 57. Rihanna canceled her performance at the Grammy Awards on Monday. The singer was forced to bow out of the scheduled performance after her doctor put her on vocal rest, the singer's publicist told the Wrap on Monday. The singer spokeswoman said in a statement to the Wrap, based on Rihanna's examination after Grammy rehearsal today, Rihanna's doctor put her on vocal rest for 48 hours because she was at risk of hemorrhaging her vocal cords. The antibiotics she has been on for 3 days did not kill the infection adequately, therefore she cannot perform safely. Rihanna's most recent album was released on January 28th. She is not nominated for a Grammy Award this year, but has won 8 trophies in the past, most recently in 2014 for Best Rap Song collaboration for The Monster. The Rolling Stones are currently under 24-hour armed guard as they continue their tour of South America, reports say. Just days after a worker at the La Plata Stadium was shot and killed in a botched robbery Thursday in Buenos Aires, Argentina, a military-type security detail is now escorting the band for the rest of their America Latina Ole tour. Pedro Luis Tabares, 55, was killed as he was leaving the stadium with colleagues by a gang trying to steal the stadium's beverage profits from the show. A 31-year-old Colombian was later arrested for the killing. The band will finish their tour of South America, which shows in Brazil, Uruguay, Peru, and Colombia, but will travel in armed guards escorting their cars and surrounding their hotels. A source told the Daily Mirror newspaper, massive bands like the Rolling Stones are well aware of the risk posed by these places, so they take no chances. Wealthy personalities are always potential targets, but the band are kept safe and secure at all times by the best security personnel on the planet. They chose their hotels carefully, travel in separate vehicles, which also reduces the risk and are surrounded by armed security. The Rolling Stones are also considering a North American tour this year. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1933, David O. Selznick returns to MGM. David O. Selznick becomes vice president and producer of MGM. Selznick becomes one of the most influential independent producers of his time. Selznick got his start working at his father's studio, Louis Selznick Pictures. Selznick's older brother, Myron, also worked at the studio, becoming chief of production by age 21. After Selznick Pictures went bankrupt in 1923, Louis landed a job for David with former partner and sometimes rival Louis B. Mayer at MGM. Myron, meanwhile, went on to become a powerful talent agent. David eventually married the boss's daughter, Irene, but left MGM to work at Paramount and RKO before founding his own company, Selznick International, in 1936. In the spring of 1936, a few months before the publication of Margaret Mitchell's Civil War epic Gone with the Wind, Selznick expressed interest in buying the film's right, but balked at Mitchell's asking price of $50,000 more than any studio had ever paid for rights to a first novel. He gave in, however, just before the book's release in June, and began 3 long years of production in which he used 3 directors and 15 screenwriters. His nationwide search for the actors to play Scarlett lasted more than a year. Meanwhile, he agreed to let MGM distribute the film in return for lending him Clark Gable to play Rhett Butler. Filming on the movie began in December 1938, but the Scarlett role still hadn't been cast. British actress Vivien Leigh visited the set on the day of filming began. A month later, she was signed on as Scarlett. The film debuted in Atlanta on December 15, 1939, and became an instant hit, breaking all box office records in the course of its run. The film was nominated for more than a dozen Oscars and won 9, including Best Picture, Best Screenplay, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress, which went to Hattie McDaniel, the first African-American actress to win the award. The movie was digitally restored and the sound remastered for its 1998 re-release by New Line Pictures. The following year, Selznick brought Alfred Hitchcock from England to direct Rebecca, Hitchcock's first U.S. film. Selznick produced several other pictures in the United States and abroad, but none made the same splash as Gone with the Wind. He produced his last film, A Farewell to Arms, in 1957. Selznick died on June 22, 1965. And that is your entertainment report for Tuesday, February 16th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.